Do you know that every civilization before NASA knew the Earth was flat, stationary, with a firmament over the top? The Bible clearly teaches there is a firmament with God's throne room sitting right on top of the North Pole, Polaris. It is immovable, it takes form of clay under a seal, and it has boundaries, the ice wall. So in this model, God is in the center of our universe.
Nature's evidence of our enclosed ecosystem, aka the firmament.
Every day there should be different stars, random stars, in the sky if we are travelling at 650 million miles an hour, which is Mach 870,000. Do you really believe that every year we move through space at 5.5 trillion miles every year, and yet every year the same stars keep turning over our Earth? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, year after year after year, and yet none of those constellations distort, change shape, get brighter. There has never been, in recorded history, we have never seen any star get brighter or dimmer or any shape of those constellations, which are still recognizable today as they were thousands of years ago. They never suffer any parallax or distortion.
Polaris has never moved in all of recorded history. Point your camera up at Polaris and do a time lapse and watch God's perfect timepiece spin above you.
And we move 5,694,000,000 miles through space every year. Congratulations to you if you believe that. It's called education, indoctrination, and dumbing down.
So are you telling me that you can zoom into the sun, which is 92 million miles away, with a $1,000 camera, and actually get this kind of clarity of sunspots, etc.? You have got to be kidding me. The sun is local.
Have you ever seen a time lapse of the sun? Does it look like the Earth is rotating backwards and the sun is still? Or does it look like our sun is simply moving across our sky, traveling away from your perspective?
The first step of the scientific method is asking a question about something you observe. So, most of you guys will probably think I'm going to talk about the sun changing size, perspective. And even though perspective has a lot to do with the sun and how we view it and how it appears to move into the distance, has everything to do with perspective, that's not what I'm going to talk about. There are a couple fundamental points that need to be driven home that solidify the fact that the sun is not only small and local and just above the surface of the earth, but that the earth is indeed stationary and flat, and the sun is what's moving across the sky. Firstly, look at the sun reflect over that water. This repeatable observation shows that the water is flat. If you take a look at the reflection in the ripples, they're shaded. So if the earth was to be curving and that water had curvature to it, then the reflection would not be able to be projected towards you because it would be blocked by the curve. That's how you know that the water's flat. There's no curvature. So if the water's flat and stationary, that means the sun's moving over a flat surface, and the sun appears to set due to perspective. The next dead giveaway are crepuscular rays. If you look at the rays coming out, the further away they are from the sun, they're on more of an angle. Directly under the sun, they are straight up and down. This is how you know the sun is local. This elementary geometry proves the sun is close.
The moon
So what about the moon?
is local and not
We all
sold
witness
object.
the moon only illuminating the local clouds around it. That is because it is also a local light, but one with opposite effects from the sun. As we can all agree, shade from the sun is cooler than direct sunlight. But did you know, the moon's shade is actually warmer than direct moonlight? The moon produces cold light, something the science priests must have forgotten to teach us all about in school.
Then you have this, what NASA give us, the Solar System, the Big Bang Theory, an ever-expanding universe which they say the stars just stopped and become a perfect clock, a calendar, breaking all the laws of thermodynamics and relying on theories such as gravity and relativity. Well, and chucking a bit of CGI too. And in doing so, have hidden the fact there is a God, a creator, in making us feel totally insignificant.
Against the orders of President Truman, when Allen Dulles brought in all the Nazi scientists and so forth, they went to two places. They went to CIA and they went to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which in our world we call it not a space agency. And as Kathy O'Brien has said so clearly, that's where the bulk of the mind control has been done.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rollin' around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine, I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on, but that train keeps a-rollin'.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see just how evil NASA is. First, we're going to look at Earth's orbital speed around the sun. How fast does Earth move around the sun? 66,600 miles per hour, speed of the globe's orbit. Next, curvature in 1 mile squared. According to Pythagorean theorem, 0.67 feet of drop. 8 inches converted to feet is 0.66667 feet. Curvature in 1 mile squared. Check. Earth's axial tilt, 23.4. But when you take 23.4 and subtract it from 90, a right angle, you get, believe it or not, 66.6. Again, axial tilt confirmed. Now let's take a look at the Antarctic and Arctic circles. Oh, would you look at that? 66.6 degrees north and 66.6 degrees south. Now let's go over the diameter of the moon. This is a new one. I actually didn't know. It's 2,160 miles, but you take 6 times 6 times 6, there you go, 2160. The surface temperature of Uranus, oh, there you go, negative 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6, 216. Oh, you thought we were done. Let's do Pluto's orbital velocity. Scroll down here. Oh, there we go. 666.
And NASA's budget of $32 billion. Yep, that's right, to give us cartoons. Well, let's divide that by 12. Wow, they love their 666s. If you think that NASA are not some kind of a cult, they're actually trying to hide God from us, think again. These guys are satanic. I mean, look at this. Man, enough said.
Deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.